Imagine someone broke into your house every night. They don't take your TV or your jewelry. Instead, they find your wallet and steal exactly 2% of the cash inside. You wouldn't notice at first, but after a year, your savings are decimated. Your future? Vanished. Now, what if I told you the government is doing this right now to everyone without ever passing a single tax law? No votes, no debates, just a silent, systemic heist of your hard-earned wealth. Welcome to the Hidden Systems. Today, we pull back the curtain on the three invisible thieves: inflation, bracket creep, and financial repression. Thief number 1, the counterfeit currency, inflation. Most people think inflation is just prices going up. That's a lie. Inflation is the government choosing to make your money worth less. Think of it like this. Imagine you have a rare collectible card. There are only 10 in the world, so it's worth a fortune. But then, the manufacturer secretly prints 10,000 more and floods the market. Your card is still the same card, but its value just hit zero. When the government prints trillions of dollars to pay off its debts, they're flooding the market. They get to spend that new money first at full value. By the time it reaches you, prices have already skyrocketed. They didn't raise your taxes, they just lowered the value of every dollar in your pocket. It's a tax you never voted for, and it has a 100% collection rate. Another example. Imagine you have a delicious glass of orange juice. It's thick, sweet, and full of flavor. But then, someone sneaks in and pours a gallon of water into your glass. You still have a full glass, right? But it tastes like nothing. The flavor is gone. It's been diluted. That is exactly what the government does to your money. When they print trillions of new dollars, they're watering down the value of the dollars already in your pocket. They get to spend that fresh juice first while it's still strong, but by the time that money reaches your paycheck, it's been watered down so much it can barely buy a loaf of bread. They didn't take your juice, they just made it worthless. That is the hidden tax of inflation. It's 100% legal, and they do it every single day. Thief number 2, the promotion trap. This one is truly devious. It's called bracket creep, and it turns your hard work against you. Let's say you get a 5% raise this year. You're excited, you've earned it. But wait, the cost of groceries also went up by 5%. In the real world, you're exactly where you started. You aren't richer. But the taxman doesn't care about real-world value. He looks at the numbers. That raise might push you into a higher tax bracket, say from 12% to 22%. Now the government is taking a bigger percentage of your check. Even though you can't buy any more bread or gas than you could last year, you are now paying more in taxes. The system used inflation to trick you into a tax hike without ever changing the law. Imagine the tax rule is that if you earn more than $50,000, you are rich and must pay 20% tax. Year 1, you earn $50,000. You are not in the rich bracket. You pay the lower tax rate. Year 2, inflation hits 10%. To keep up, your boss gives you a 10% raise. Now you earn $55,000. The trap. Even though you can't buy any more groceries than last year, the government's ruler is still stuck at $50,000. Now you are officially rich in their eyes and hit with the 20% tax. You feel poorer because your tax bill went up, but your lifestyle didn't. Thief number 3, the savings heist. The final thief hides in your bank account. It's called financial repression. In a fair world, if inflation is 5%, your savings should earn at least 5% to keep pace. but the government needs to borrow money cheaply. So they work with central banks to keep interest rates artificially low. If your bank pays you 1% interest, but inflation is 7%, you are losing 6% of your purchasing power every year. Your savings are actually a slow-motion car crash. The government is essentially using your bank balance to pay down its own massive debt. They're staying afloat by letting your life savings sink. Closing. Now, an important question. Why don't they just raise taxes? Because that causes riots. It causes politicians to lose elections. But these three thieves, they work in the shadows. They're quiet. They are the hidden systems. They want you to stay distracted by the news while they quietly extract the value of your labor through the back door. But now you see the heist. You know the thieves. The first step to protecting your wealth is understanding how it's being stolen. If you want to see deeper into the systems that run our world and learn how to survive them, hit that subscribe button. This is the Hidden Systems. Stay vigilant.